You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the July 2nd meeting of the Michigan City Human Rights Commission. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
It's 4:32, so we'll call the meeting to order. We're going to start with roll call. Ms. Albertine Allen. Here. Sojourner Atwater. Here. Darrell Borton. Here. Pastor Dennis Carroll.
Here.
Marty Corley. Bunny Dimke. Here. Diana Gore. J.D. Lorenz. Mercedes McMullen. Jessica Ryan here. Mary Ellen Quinn here. Tyra Robinson Walker. We do have a quorum. So we can move on to the approval of the minutes. One note that we did make while we were talking before the meeting was that this next meeting is July 9th, but Darrell corrected that before he sent it out, or he emailed everybody.
Yeah, July 2nd.
It's today, July 2nd. Thank you. Is there any other discussion about the minutes from last month? If not, do I have a motion to accept them?
Second.
We'll do a motion first.
I think you made a motion.
Would you like to make the motion?
I'll make a motion.
And do we have a second?
Accept.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that carries. Bunny, would you like to give a finance report?
Yes. I have an official report now,
Yay.
finally. Okay, so the ending balance in June and the beginning balance July 1st was $6,044.95. This does reflect the disposition of the 2 scholarships. There are some pending proceeds from Hoya and from donations to Larry Arness. These here, plus I just received from Tatanisha some donations mailed in by some, I guess, past friends of Larry, I don't know, and I will write thank you notes to these people. I do not have records of anyone else. It wasn't separated out. I know Darrell, thank you. Darrell donated in Larry's name. And I did. Anyway, I'm sure other people did, so I apologize to anyone who donated in Larry's name. It is in the Human Rights Commission fund where he requested it, but I do not have separation of those amounts. So I'm apologizing to the public.
Thank you for sending a thank you to the ones you don't know.
Well, I just got them, I will.
Okay, could I just say, Bunny, maybe we could announce who at some point, or let the commission know who did contribute for Larry. You don't have to do it now.
Well, I mean, the only 2 that all right, maybe next time.
Okay,
All right.
and I forgot to give my check the day of the annual dinner because I was so busy, so I'll be giving you a check before you leave.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm making a note of that. And then one more thing, I have to make a note or I'll forget. There are 3 pending bills from the Hoya event. $162 is owed to Scotty's Dynamic Designs. The Beecher printers are owed $123.64. And Patrick's Grill is owed $1,800. So I need, Tatanisha said that we need to make a motion that we approve those amounts so that the controller can pay these vendors.
Oh, and all 3 of those were associated with the Human Rights,
Yes.
or the Humanitarian of the Year Award.
Do we need a motion Yes.
tonight? Do we have a motion?
I make a motion that we pay those pending bills.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That carries. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Was there anything else, Bunny?
No, I'm, there is more money coming in. We were at the controller's office, we're checking some receipts. I mean, no problems, it's just, it didn't appear on the report yet, so we don't know how much we made yet.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you. We don't have an executive director's report or a staff attorney report. We've already, we didn't have a finance committee meeting, we've already have a finance report. Development and fundraising committee. I'm going to start just for a second, but to say that on June 13th, we held the Humanitarian of the Year Award, which was a sold-out event at Freedom Memorial Hall. Thanks to all the commissioners for making it a really great event. It was nice to bring that back, and Mr. Merriweather, who received the award, was very appreciative. and it was, I think everything went smooth. But if there's any input anybody has that we should address for next year.
Oh, I would like to compliment you on a great job. Having done it myself for 20 years, it was a pleasure to assist you, and I'm very proud of the job that you did, and I think everyone was very excited. Daryl and Susie Borton were tremendous help sitting at the desk, they really were, let's thank, and all the other commissioners that helped out to make this a very welcomed event.
Yeah, looking forward to doing it again next year.
Not there though.
Also,
Jessica,
sure,
you and me just talked about it.
sure, that's fine.
I talked to Michigan City Park Department a little bit ago. We can schedule it for June 12th. It's a Thursday night, 4:30 to 6:30, Senior Center. And I think
For
that
next
was
year's.
for next year.
That's where we always had it, and
And I think that
that's
would
the
be,
best place we've, in my opinion, and I'm
and they said
sure.
we can schedule it a year out, so I think that would be, I mean, we don't have to worry about working our prices now, but schedule it a year out,
Yeah.
get it in the books, at least we got the date.
Krieger Hall it's a beautiful place, but we only had 120 seats, and like I said, we sold out for this event, so I think that we could definitely use more space to sell more tickets for next year, so.
Yeah,
So I'm in favor of that.
so do I need a motion to schedule it for next
I
year?
make a motion that we schedule the Hoya event for next year on June,
It's June 12th, 4:30 to 6:30 at the Senior Center.
I make a motion that we schedule it for June 12th at the senior
Okay.
center.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That carries. Thank you, Erin.
Okay, I'll get it scheduled tomorrow.
Also under the fundraising committee, Jamie Lawrence couldn't make it tonight, but I wanted to report back on, I think it was during the month of April, Leeds had a give back for the Human Rights Commission. They had a drink called Give Keys a Chance. And through that fundraiser, they sold 112 cocktails so that they raised $784 for the Human Rights
Absolutely
Commission.
fabulous. Good
So,
stuff. That's good.
Thank you so much to Leeds for hosting that for us in April.
Fundraising.
And I don't
It was-
believe that is reflected in here.
I think that Jamie is picking up the check and she wasn't able to make it tonight, so
Oh.
I don't think that we have it yet.
I could have done it better, it was so close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you, Leeds, for that give back. Anything else under development or fundraising? Our community engagement committee, do we have any reports on any upcoming events? Any report? Social status of African American Males Commission, do we have a report?
Just had from the NAACP, it's from Social Status. It's called Beacons of Light United 2024 Trailblazers Unity Banquet honoring the pastors of the community and the faith leaders and the community. And the keynote speaker is Dr. George Frazier. And that's August the 10th, 2024. Purdue Northwest, Westville. The president of that is Minister Wesley Scully. And the tickets are $65 each. And I'll pass this around, and then you can give it to Jessica. And that's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Any old business to discuss? We don't have anything on the agenda. Under new business, I think we all received the email from the city. There's an ordinance number 4733, and just to bring awareness of the ordinance, there's a few things that affect us as a commission. Number one, we were asked to designate somebody who's responsible for getting minutes and agendas to the city, and that is our Secretary, Daryl Horton. Everyone on the commission was asked to complete a conflict of interest disclosure, which was due at the end of last month. I hope everybody was able to get that turned into the city. And also, there was a part regarding social media accounts that all social media accounts we manage solely by the city administration, and we did have a separate account for the Human Rights Commission, but we did, myself and Nancy Moldenauer were in contact with Andy Botanic from the city in order to archive that account, so we no longer have a social media account specific to the Human Rights Commission. But we are able to submit things to the mayor's office to post on the city social media, which has a much bigger reach. Anyways, I think it's a better way to reach the community anyways. Was there any questions on ordinance number 4733?
Did everybody make a copy of their conflict of interest report? It's what they turned into the city? If you did, could you either email me a copy of it so I can print it, or give me a copy so I can just hang on to it in a filing cabinet, just in case somebody comes back and says, well, so-and-so did not turn it in, and I can say, here it is.
I have a question concerning that. I'm also on the cemetery board, and on the top of that form, it said boards, so I filled out one form, I assume. It will, I mean, I named the Human Rights Commission and the cemetery board,
I think you're right.
so I hope that.
Yeah, that's the way you were supposed to.
Okay,
That's, Don Priswolinski is our liaison to the council, so if you had a question on it, maybe he would be the one.
okay,
Just confirm
all right,
that it was done correctly and completely, but I would think that as long as both the commissions were mentioned.
okay.
Any other discussion? I think that is our agenda for the evening. Do we have any other new business to discuss? Any commissioner comments?
Yeah, Pride Fest. I'm gonna pass this around. This is a picture, the best picture I could have got of the table. That's what I laid out on the table. I had the agenda, minutes of previous meetings, what the commission does, both city logos, possibly the new city logo. And there were people down there that did not know Michigan City even had a Human Rights Commission. But we were told, thank
It's
you.
not our fault, okay? We've been around
I know,
since the
I know,
60s,
I know.
so shame on them.
Next year, we were asked if we would like to host a cooling center at the senior center.
Oh,
And I told him I would check into it.
Is that during Pride?
Yeah, during Pride. I got one. Yeah, because I'm on committee to sell tickets for that too.
I think that's a good conversation to have before the next Pride. As far as,
It's a good place to be, it'll be cool, and
Yeah.
yeah,
I think it's a great
it's more
idea.
volunteers.
Well, the thing is, they're talking about it because they don't know if they're gonna allow alcohol in there or not, and it's catch-22. It's like, well, it'd be nice to have a cooling center.
We don't need alcohol. We'll talk about it later.
Sure. Any other new business? Commissioner comments, I'm sorry, we're on commissioner comments. Any other commissioner comments? Any comments from the public? All right, our next meeting will be Tuesday, August 6th at 4:30. We have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
A second.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, happy 4th of July, everyone. Enjoy.
So you